The boss she had worked with for 3 years turned out to be the one Lena's husband had an affair with. The boss she had worked with for 3 years had always taken good care of Lena. Lena was overjoyed and treated him as a sister with whom she discussed dressing. Today her husband forgot to bring his phone, and when Lena was about to send it to him the screen lit up, and a person with the note Nolan sent a message. "Baby, when are you going to break up with her and be with Lena? In order to get to know you, Lena praises her old-fashioned outfit every day, which is disgusting. Don't worry if she disagrees, Lena will threaten to fire her. How can a divorced woman survive in society after losing her job?" Lena's limbs went numb instantly, unwilling to believe what she saw. With trembling hands, she opened the chat history. They had started this affair 3 years ago. Those sweet words, willful teasing. The person Lena had always trusted actually did such a shameless thing behind Lena's back. Don't be angry, be angry to death, they are both happy. Lena wiped her tears and forced herself to calm down. A plan took shape in her mind. A divorced woman lost her job and couldn't survive in society? Lena will let you two men know the consequences of looking down on women, especially divorced women. Lena took photos for evidence and deleted Grayson's messages in an orderly manner. After getting everything ready, she called Ryan's office with her voice pinched. "Baby, your phone is left at home. Lena will go and get it for you." "Ah, dear wife, don't be so hard. Lena will feel bad." Lena used to be fooled by these sweet words and thought he loved her so much. But thinking about it carefully, he was just afraid that others would know that he was a married man and it would affect his chance to pick up girls in the company. But Lena insisted on going and let everyone in the company know who his wife was. Lena didn't inform him, hung up the phone, and rushed to the company. When Lena brought dozens of bodyguards and said she would treat the whole company to Starbucks, everyone was shocked. Ryan's boss Grayson thought some tough guy had come and served tea and water to Lena. "Miss, may I ask who you are?" Lena smiled. "Lena, you don't even have Instagram?" "Lena is your manager Zhao's wife." After a few seconds of silence, Lena heard someone whispering, "Brother Zhao's wife is too unemotional, isn't this obviously causing trouble for him?" Yes, Lena wanted to destroy him. This was Lena's real purpose, the first step of Lena's revenge. As expected, Grayson's face darkened 8 degrees in an instant and he yelled, "Call Lisa," to Lena. Poor Ryan was scolded so much that Grayson could be heard slamming the table through the office door. Lena believed that he would never have a good life again. She shook her hair and strode out of the company triumphantly. Of course, Lena would not let Ryan go so easily. However, there was another person. The mistress boss. Lena asked him to meet downstairs of the company. "Wow Ziza, your clothes are so beautiful today. I want to buy them for my sister Lena. Can you give me a link?" He looked at Lena's clothes and pretended to like them very much. Lena swallowed her nausea. "If you think it looks good, Lena will take it off for you?" "Ah, no, Lena doesn't like to force her sister like others." Lena smiled and changed the subject. "But you like to steal my man?" The boss's face turned liver-colored. "Ah sister, you misunderstood. Lena is not a lesbian. What does Lena want from my husband? Is he old? Doesn't take a bath? Or is he ugly? Is Lena such a person in my eyes?" He looked at Lena with wet puppy eyes, as if he had suffered a great injustice. Could it be that he is not the mistress? The mistress uses the same profile picture as you, praises Lena's outfit every day, and can fire Lena. Who else but you? Facing Lena's questioning, he seemed unusually calm. "Sister, think about it, besides the profile picture, who else meets these requirements?" "Who else meets these requirements?" "Lisa?" "No, she has a husband." "Best friend?" "No, she hates Ryan the most." "Then there is only Nolan." Dylan blurted out, "You forgot that he has a nickname called Nolan. And that WeChat account must be a fake account and it has the same profile picture as Lena? This is pure framing." Sister don't believe it. After that, he returned to his previous pitiful look. Sister, do you need Lena to help you check? Lena nodded, her mind a little confused. After the boss left, Lena made a phone call. Lena didn't tell Dylan. Before catching the mastermind, Lena would not believe anyone. Who is the mistress? There is only one truth. Ryan sat on the sofa and questioned Lena arrogantly. Did you know that Lena almost lost her job? Husband, Lena just wants the people in the company to take care of you. Is this wrong? Don't you love Lena anymore? In the past, Lena never had this kind of brothel style, she would only apologize to the man humbly. How ridiculous it seems now. Men will not love Lena because of her weakness and pity, they will only think that Lena is easy to control and like a fool. The effect of putting the blame on someone else is very good. Ryan immediately shut up. Lena is wrong, baby. Baby, don't you want to buy a house? Lena's salary this month has been deducted, which may be a bit difficult. What should I do? But Lena really wants to buy a house. Lena went with the flow. How about Lena and you fake divorce? He couldn't hide his joy. Great. Lena pretended to blame. Lena is joking. Do you really want to divorce Lena? Looking at Ryan's appearance of trying hard to cover up, Lena couldn't help laughing out loud. Okay, Lena believes you. Before she finished speaking, Dylan's WeChat came. Sister, I checked it out. There is a man who picks up Nolan every day after get off work. Attached is a photo. Although the photo is blurry, Lena recognized the brown suit that had been washed countless times. As expected, it was him. Baby, to whom should our property be transferred? Ryan asked Lena tentatively. Lena was going to transfer it to Lena's boss friend. You know him. Lena said with a smile. Ryan lowered his head in disappointment. Look, people are sometimes so greedy, wanting to have both fish in bear's paw. He longed for others to fulfill his love. He also wanted to take other people's property for himself. But he was wrong, Lena would not fulfill any of them. Lena would take back the little bit that Lena lost. Lena told Dylan to send the electronic signature to Lena and prepare to start the formalities. No matter how much you calculate, the good guys are still no match for the bad guys. In a corner that Lena didn't know, Ryan was chatting with his boss. What a stupid woman, Lena blamed others, and she believed it after sending her a few photos of photoshopped photos. And transfer all her property to Lena. Baby is so smart. Ryan touched his head lovingly. In order to be with you, Lena said a lot of things that were against her will. Lena said you are old and ugly, you won't be angry, right? Looking at the man's gloomy face, Dylan immediately comforted him. Lena is distressed, touch it, it hurts. Brother, Lena and the others can finally be together. When your divorce is successful, when she transfers all the property to Lena's name, Lena will fire this bitch. Well, as long as you are happy. The two kissed each other affectionately, disgustingly. After everything was done, Ryan asked Lena out for dinner. He was finally going to tear his face off with Lena. It was really a hangmen banquet. Lena happily went to the appointment but saw a familiar figure. It was not Sister Nolan, it was Dylan. Are you surprised to see Lena and the others? Ryan raised his eyebrows. Lena and the others are together, thanks to you. Dylan challenged. If it wasn't for getting close to her brother, how could Lena be like a dog around her subordinates? Oh no, you've been fired. Are you really going to be so cruel? Lena gritted her teeth, her face pale. Lena never thought that they would be so heartless. Get out of here, bitch, don't disturb Lena's interest. Then don't blame Lena for being rude. It's time to end the show. Lena smiled faintly. Mr. Lawyer, you can come over. Why are you looking for a lawyer? Lena seems to be stubborn even when she is about to die. Miss, you have successfully transferred the property to your name yesterday, and you are going to sue your Ryan for cheating during marriage, right? Yes. How did you find out? No comment. Lena smiled and looked at the couple. Do you think Lena is so stupid? By the way, I'll remind you that I borrowed hundreds of thousands of dollars to get your fingerprints and identity information as compensation for Lena. After saying that, Lena left this farce without looking back. How did Lena find out? It's really funny to ask such a question. Because Lena didn't trust anyone from the beginning. In fact, Lena called Nolan after her boss's brother left. Because Lena really couldn't figure out why he would like Lena's husband. He is an excellent worker, studied abroad, and looks handsome. Lena doesn't even understand why he wants to stay in Lena's company. Then naturally, the truth came out. Nolan is a straight man, and he has a crush on a junior girl since high school. Everything was solved, and Lena began to lay out Lena's huge network. It's just that Lena has been waiting for this day for too long. Ever since she and the bastard broke up, she always heard rumors in the company. They said Lena was a vicious woman who had hurt her husband and her boss. The war of public opinion was interesting. I wanted to give you a way out, but you ended up killing yourself. So on a quiet afternoon, the conversation between the bastards was played on the big screen of the company. Touch it, does it hurt? The boss's voice resounded throughout the company. It was really their own fault. When they cheated, they didn't notice that a red light was flashing in the corner, illuminating the justice that belonged to Lena. The rumors were broken, and Nolan successfully squeezed out Dylan and became the financial manager. In the office, he asked Lena with a fake smile, "Are you really going to resign? Let's not beat around the bush. If Lena doesn't resign, will you give Lena a way out?" Lena looked at him with a smile. A small employee who saw him get promoted by trickery and knew all his handles, would he let her go easily? Lena knew that he certainly wouldn't. During that phone call, Lena and the others had reached a consensus that they wanted a win-win situation. He was Lena's insider, helping Lena keep an eye on the situation of the dog man in the company. He also helped Lena put the video on the big screen. After the matter was done, Lena helped him get promoted and transferred part of the compensation as a thank you. Hey, of course Lena won't let you go, but not the kind you said. He sighed helplessly. Looking at Lena's confused expression, he continued, "Are you really stupid, or are you pretending to be stupid? Who do you think the schoolgirl Lena said she had a crush on in high school is? Could it be? Could it be Lena?" It was incredible, and Lena shook her head. Lena came to this company just to be closer to you, but she didn't expect you to be married. Lena can only secretly hope in her heart that you will get divorced one day. As a result, he was actually bumped into by Lena. That day, Lena saw your husband and him having a tryst in the small garden behind the company and wanted to send it to you immediately, but Lena thought again. What if they don't admit it? What if you misunderstood Lena? Lena had to remind you to find out by yourself. Lena recalled that he did come to Lena's place a while ago, and reminded the little sister sitting next to her to check her husband's mobile phone. So you had already calculated that Lena would come to you for help? Besides Lena, do you have a better candidate? So you wove a huge net, trapped Lena in it like a prey, and waited for today to close the net. You are really a fool. He smiled and touched Lena's head. Wait, Lena seems to know who he is. The memory gradually becomes clearer. When she was in high school, there was always a boy who said Lena was stupid. His name was Ethan, and he was a senior in the mathematical modeling club who was 1 year older than Lena. At that time, Lena loved mathematical modeling deeply, but she had no talent. She could only stare at the model and code. Ethan was Lena's instructor. He always smiled and said to Lena when Lena was worried, "You can't do it again, little fool." Then he helped Lena clear her mind. Now it seems that he was really interested in Lena at that time, and even the people around him could see it. Lena's friends always fled when he approached Lena. Even the teacher in charge of Lena asked Lena about gossip. But Lena didn't fall in love at that time. Lena only regarded him as a senior who was good at mathematical modeling and focused on modeling. She didn't feel his love at all. Even the metaphor he confessed to Lena after graduating from high school was not heard. Lena is waiting for you at Tsinghua University, you must come. Well, Lena will definitely work hard to get into Beijing University. You like Beijing University? You don't like. He was stunned for a few seconds. Then Lena was dispersed by the crowd, and later he changed his mobile phone number, and Lena never contacted him again. Hey, senior, so why did you change your mobile phone number at that time? If you don't change it and continue to pursue Lena, when Lena gets it, maybe you will really be together. Lena joked. At that time, Lena thought you didn't like Lena, so she thought angrily. Since you don't accept Lena, then Lena and I can't even be friends. When their eyes met, Lena and I laughed. Suddenly he became serious. So, are you willing to give Lena a chance, and give yourself a chance to start over? Lena pretended to think for a moment. It depends on your performance. From then on, Ethan began to pursue Lena relentlessly. He would bring breakfast to Lena every day and care about Lena's health. He would occasionally let Lena see his childish side. If Lena got too close to a male colleague, he would secretly send Lena a WeChat message to complain about Lena, with a photo attached. Scumbag. Little duck pouting emoticon. Lena turned her head and saw that he was looking at Lena with a sad face through the blinds of the office. Lena would also reply, during working hours, focus on work. Cold. Ruthless. You were not like this before. You capitalists have worn down my edges. Lena walked out of the company after saying that. Today, a client asked Lena to meet him in a coffee shop. After Lena found a seat, she discovered that Ryan was sitting opposite her. Baby, forgive Lena, please. Disgusting, when you cheated on her, you never thought that this day would come. Humph, you didn't cheat on her? Then why did you get so hot with your new boss so quickly? Lena has nothing now, it's all your fault. Suddenly he became emotional and pointed a knife at Lena. Then someone suddenly covered Lena's nose from behind. Lena fainted. A few seconds before fainting, Lena suddenly thought, hey, Lena is really stupid, forgetting that they are two people. Lena is not afraid of death, but Ethan's face keeps appearing in Lena's mind. Lena doesn't want to die, Lena hasn't agreed to be with Ethan yet. When she woke up, Lena found herself tied up in an abandoned underground garage. Ryan and Dylan stared at Lena. Lena, don't touch you now, wait for your Ethan to come. You two will be in trouble. Then they called Ethan. What did you do to her? Let her answer the phone. The phone was handed to Lena, who yelled at Ethan at the other end, don't come. Call the police. Don't touch her, Lena promises you. Anything. Lena heard his anxious voice on the other end of the phone, and her heart was sour. Even if Lena was insensitive, how could she not know that he had been secretly in love with her for 10 years? It was just that Lena at that time was not worthy of him. Both in terms of personality and family background. I heard from my aunt that he was going abroad after college, so how could Lena drag him down? Ethan, in the future there will be a girl who is tens of thousands of times better than Lena standing by your side. You deserve a better future, a future without Lena. Ethan still came. Lena knew he would not listen to Lena. Lena was doused with gasoline and Ryan threatened him with a lighter. Only one of you can go back alive today, make your choice. Let her go, Lena, we'll apologize to you. Okay, then kneel down for Lena. The boss slapped him several times. You are a shady guy, you stole Lena's job, you ruined Lena. It's all because of you. Please let her go. Ethan didn't fight back but just kept begging. Ethan, you said this. Lena's life is worth it. Lena said to herself in her heart. Then she hit Ryan next to her with a chair and he was knocked down. The lighter in her hand also fell to the ground. Lena felt dizzy, it's so hot, so hot. Goodbye Ethan, Lena is really leaving this time. Atlan Guefu, can people like Lena go to heaven? Lena opened her eyes and found a vast expanse of white in front of her. Is this heaven? Lena muttered to herself. Hey you little bastard, what are you doing here? Hey, Lena wants to live a few more decades. Lena turned her head and saw an old man from Hunan talking to Lena. The nurse came over with a smile. You finally woke up. Your wife was really busy for you. She didn't know when you woke up. Look, she went out to buy your favorite food again. Lena. Lena is not dead? Not only are you not dead, you are not burned. You just fainted because of hypoglycemia. But the lighter. You are lucky that it just rained heavily. Otherwise, if you only rely on the firefighters brought by your boyfriend, you won't be so intact. Hey, next time you can't be so impulsive, understand? Lena was a little embarrassed by the scolding. Okay. Okay. She looked up and saw Ethan smiling at Lena at the door. You just want to watch Lena being scolded, right? Lena pretended to be angry and punched him. The nurse is right, you deserve to be punished. Oh, how are you going to punish me? Lena asked him with a smile. His face turned red like the fried shrimp in Lena's bowl. What are you talking about? You haven't recovered yet. Lena is a gentleman, unlike your Ryan who takes advantage of others. Lena put away her smile. What will be their fate? What do you hope they will be? Spend a lifetime in jail. Lena is a vindictive person and she will not let anyone who hurts Lena have an easy time. As you wish, the police uncle said they will deal with it severely. Ethan nodded. Now let's talk about Lena's things. After all these things, Lena found that Lena loves you more than Lena imagined. On the way to save you, Lena's heart was about to jump out. Do you know how much Lena is afraid of losing you? Lena. Lena can even die for you. Lena knows, Lena knows. Lena hugged him into her arms. Ethan, Lena loves you, let's be together, Lena. Okay. A year later, Lena and her friends got married. In the wedding vows, Lena wrote, I am lucky to have a good man in my life. Lena is willing to go hand in hand with him, through time, until we grow old together. Ethan, did you hear that? Lena loves you. Extra about Lena's daily life after marriage recorded in her diary. When I was woken up by my biological clock on Saturday morning, the seat next to me was empty. Ethan's phone kept vibrating on the bedside table and a call from Partier's father popped up on the screen. Lena fumbled to pick it up and an irritable male voice came from the other side. Where's Ethan? If you don't hand in the plan, Lena and her friends will change someone. Lena imitated him with a pinched voice. Sorry, I was working on the plan until 3 o'clock last night, and I'm still not awake. The other party immediately shut down. Lena hung up the phone and turned around and saw Ethan wrapped in a quilt at the end of the bed, trying not to laugh. Okay, my wife is finally not stupid, and she can imitate Lena's speech very well. That's right, Lena threw the pillow at him. Who told you to lie to Lena yesterday and say Party A is very satisfied, but secretly worked on it until midnight? He crawled over to hug Lena, rubbing his chin against Lena's hair. Isn't it because I want you to sleep well? The sun shone in through the gap in the curtains, and Lena felt a little distressed by the dark circles under his eyes. Ethan, you don't have to sacrifice yourself for Lena all the time. I know. I know. He said perfunctorily. Sleep a little longer? In the afternoon, I took him to the vegetable market. When we walked to the aquatic area, he stared at the shrimps in the fish tank and was in a dilemma. Wife, are these shrimps the same variety you cooked last time? The auntie who sold shrimps laughed and slapped her thigh. Young man, when buying shrimps, just look at the freshness. What's the difference between varieties? Lena pulled him forward. He leaned close to Lena's ear and whispered, that auntie is talking nonsense. Lena checked the information yesterday. It says that shrimps are suitable for blanching, and prawns are suitable for stewing. Stop. 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 Lena covered his mouth. Buying vegetables is not like doing work. Just pick the ones that are alive and kicking. As a result, he squatted in front of the stall and really began to observe which shrimp jumped the highest. The old man next to him shook his head. Young people nowadays are so weird. Lena could only hold back her laughter and stood far away looking at him. He was actually quite cute. When she was washing clothes at night, a movie ticket fell out of his suit pocket. The date was the day Lena and her husband got married, and it was written on the ticket. She said she wanted to watch a romantic movie, but she ended up crying and didn't let Lena take a photo. Lena went to the living room with the ticket in her hand to find Ethan, who was curled up on the sofa looking at code without raising his head. Baby, Lena is full, you don't have to cut fruit for Lena anymore. Lena gritted her teeth. Who is your baby? Why don't you look up? What's wrong with this ticket? He finally raised his eyes, took off his glasses and rubbed his eyebrows. You were sobbing after watching the movie that day and said, if you have a fight in the future, think about today. He reached out and pulled Lena to sit on his lap, so Lena kept the ticket and took it out to look at it every time she wanted to have a fight with you. This dead man is quite good at coaxing people. The first time I went to Ethan's house for dinner, his mother held Lena's hand and laughed. Finally you are here. This kid has kept your photo in his wallet since high school. Lena looked at him in shock. His hand was shaking as he was picking up food for Lena, and the ribs fell on the table. That was a group photo of the modeling competition. He pretended to be calm. Ethan's mother took out an album. Look at this photo. He secretly took a photo of you running on the playground. On the back, it said little fool runs like a rabbit. Oh, Mom. Ethan was shy. Last week, I passed by the court and saw a couple arguing at the door. Ethan sneered while holding the steering wheel. You see, once people lose their feelings, they can't even argue well. Lena remembered that when she got divorced, two people were trying to scheme against her, but now they don't know where to make money. Sarcastic, she felt a little depressed. By the way, Ethan suddenly said, last time you said you wanted to eat the sugar cake in the south of the city. Lena took a detour after get off work to buy it. He deliberately emphasized the word detour, and Lena chuckled. Scheming man. Ethan took out the oil paper bag from the storage box of the passenger seat, and the sugar cake was still warm. Lena took a bite and squinted her eyes with sweetness. It tastes better than the one I bought before. That's right, he raised his eyebrows proudly. Lena told the boss to add more osmanthus honey, the kind you like. He seemed like a puppy invited by his owner. When sleeping on summer nights, Lena always set the air conditioner to 28 degrees Celsius, but Ethan secretly changed it to 26 degrees Celsius. One day, she was awakened by a nightmare in the middle of the night and found herself in his arms. Lena touched the remote control he hid under the pillow. Turn down the temperature again? He opened his eyes dazedly. You said you had a headache yesterday, and the doctor said you didn't know the difference between cold and heat, and you had heat stroke. He yawned before he finished speaking, and Lena hit him. Say it again. And when it's 26 degrees Celsius, you'll crawl into Lena's arms. Lena kicked him, but couldn't help moving closer to him. Cicadas chirped outside the window, and his arms naturally circled Lena's waist, with a little warm sweat. On Monday morning, Ethan sighed at the closet. When Lena came over, he was holding a dark blue tie and swinging it. Is this the one you complained about at the last meeting, looking like an insurance salesman? It looks like a bank lobby manager. Lena took out a gray pinstriped one from the drawer. Wear this one, it makes you look younger. But he threw the tie on the bed, bent down and hugged Lena's waist. Wife, Lena doesn't want to go to the meeting today. I want to stay at home with you. Lena was tickled by him. Ethan, you said yesterday that the client's meeting couldn't be postponed. He buried his face in Lena's neck, and said in a muffled voice, but you promised yesterday to make fried prawns with green onions for Lena today. Lena wants you to make money more. You look the most handsome when you make money. Okay, go quickly. Heartless woman. He looked at Lena with resentment and went out to make money. Before going to bed, Ethan suddenly wanted to eat instant noodles, and Lena pulled him into the kitchen. He leaned against the kitchen counter and watched Lena cook noodles. "You have to meet clients tomorrow, don't you want to go to bed early?" Lena poked his arm. He locked the phone screen and took the chopsticks from Lena's hand. "You woke up hungry in the middle of the night. When has Lena ever slept well?" The water boiled, and he skillfully beat an egg into it. "In the past, when I saw you working overtime at Ryan's company, I could only secretly order takeout for you, and I had to note a colleague treated you." Lena was stunned, but he smiled. "Now it's good, I can cook noodles for you openly, without worrying about being regarded as a pervert." When the noodles were cooked, he put an extra piece of luncheon meat in Lena's bowl. "Eat quickly, so that Lena can continue to work after eating." Lena looked at his back as he turned around, and suddenly felt that those bloody revenge plots seemed to be a thing of the past life. Now, the lights in the kitchen late at night, the steaming instant noodles in the bowl, and the occasionally silly academic husband next to me are good. After Nia was born, Ethan was pulled into the parent group. One day, the teacher asked him to share his parenting experience. He posted seriously, "It is recommended to accompany the child to do 3 logic questions every day to cultivate thinking ability." The parent group exploded instantly. A mother privately chatted with Lena, "Is your husband a scientific researcher?" Lena replied, "No, he was forced by his daughter to become a parenting god." Just like that time, Nia performed a drama in kindergarten, and Ethan insisted on playing the role of Dashu. As a result, during the performance, the Xiaohua child next to him suddenly cried because his Xiaohua balloon was lost. He squatted down to wipe her tears and was photographed by the parents and sent to the group. "Ethan's father is better at coaxing children than the teacher. Thank you. Fist ing." On the way home, Lena laughed at him. "Dashu has become a professional coaxer." Nia also laughed at him. "Dad has become a teacher who coaxes children." He held Nia's hand and put his other hand around Lena. "There is no way, who made Lena good at coaxing 2 kinds of people in this life, you and her like you." He pretended again.